Hello everyone, Other Klaus here, and today we're gonna review some canister set from the first wave of 2008, so some Fantoka set and some Toa, of course, because there were 3 Toa and 3 Makuta in this wave, so no, not 6 Toa or 6 Makuta. They decided to put the 2 sides in the same wave, and that was quite an original idea, so yeah. So we're gonna talk about Toa Pohatu today. Here's the canister. As you can see, the canister is the same as the other one, so it's a cross between the Maui canisters and the other canisters. The Maui canisters part is in the front lid, if you can say so, which is right here. So we got a front lid. Of course, it's in orange because this is one of the color of Pohatu. We're gonna talk about the sham color after. And why it's the same as the other canister also, because of this part, which is not a cardboard box or stuff like that, like the Maui's one. But as you can see, it can be open right here, even if it's just soft plastic. So I think that's quite all. Of course, on the front of the box, you got the picture of Toa Pohatu right here. The background is different on each of the characters, but it's just, oh, excuse me for the light. Yeah, the background is different, but it's just because the birds, the little wires on the back, are placed in different positions, and also the rocks are not the same shapes. But apart from that, it's quite the same stuff, so it's Kabanui. It's the core of the Matawan universe. And here is the little gimmick with the Matawan, which you can link on the back of the Toa, which is shown tons of time on the Fantoka. Here you can see the new one of the new projectibles, the Mid-Axial Blaster. And there we go with the little gimmick with the front lid, which you can put, in fact, your set behind. And information, and I think that's quite all. And we're gonna talk about the instruction booklet, so nothing really interesting right here. You got the parts list, of course, at the here, if you have some broken part or some missed part from a recent purchase, and you can, of course, order it for free most of the time on the Go website. Yeah, it's also again show you that you can put the Matawan on the back of the Toa. And it show you also set from the first wave. And here it shows you the Toa Nika, which is one of the first Titans released in 2008. And that's quite all. So we're gonna talk about Pohatu right now. So the color scheme is mainly dark gray with some orange parts, so it's kind of new for the brown guys. Yeah, because there are no more brown since Havak, I think. Now there are just some yellow or some. There were different color scheme, and this time it's orange and dark gray. Of course, the dark gray is the main color for all the Toa released in the first wave. For the second wave, it will be silver, but for the first wave, it will just be dark gray. So you can see we're gonna have some metal pelvis parts, which was a really classic part. Then some new, of course, the canister have changed in 2008, so there are kind of some new mold, which broke easier than the other one, so I don't really understand why. I do not have any problem with the gray one, so it's still okay. I'm not gonna complain if I have not any problem. So yes, little one. So because we're gonna see that Pohatu is kind of a Kongo, in fact, because it's kind of the little guy with big weapons and stuff like that, and a big body also. So yeah, for the tight armor, we're gonna put some Piraka tight armor right here. In orange, or new color, of course. All the orange part in this set are some new color. Then we're gonna have some Viking leg because they are the smaller one, I think, in terms of height. And then we're gonna have some Inika feet, or the cloud one with the cloud one, yes, in orange, so new color. But this part is not a new color, so yeah. Just for the legs, the new orange colors are nice. Except for that, it's pretty simple. And then we're gonna talk about the upper part of the set. So in fact, it's pretty simple because, as you can see, it doesn't use any Inika or Piraka frame, but a Kongu frame, so it means that we're gonna have to add the ball joint by ourselves, and of course it's gonna be like Kongu, so this means we're gonna have to put some Ordika lower arm part right here, which hold a ball joint here, and put them on the armor, on the Kongu armor part, which is this one, of course. and we're gonna put these two parts. So of course, it's all newly colored parts. This one was before in dark green, this time it's in dark gray, and this parts were not released in dark gray before. So we got two of them, which can be useful. Also, we're gonna put the projectile on the shoulders this time, but on the front of the body. Do not ask me why. I do not know why. So maybe it's better if you put this on the back like that, for example. Just try and tweak your model. I personally review the model like that. And I do not really mod my set also, so yeah. Apart from that, the arms themselves are quite original because they are made from new parts. So the upper part is made, of course, with some little connectors, some double little connectors here, and some Bionicle armor. And then we're gonna have some Ordica neck, right ears, and then we're gonna have two new parts which are kind of new. This new arm part, which is not really it's not really an arm part in fact, because you can see it does not own any ball joint, and with is a nice little shape, you can use it in other ways than an arm. For example, it will be used as a tight armor or leg armor on Takaniva. So yeah, you can use it on different ways and not just as arms. But on Pohatu is used as arms, so all it's used as arm. We're gonna put this long axle in there, so you can clearly see all the way in the part, so it's just on big hole, if I can say so. And then we're gonna put this new weapon, which are kind of like propeller if they are put like that. And then it just looks like some blades right here. It's kind of strange, some cutter, for example. And we're gonna put this, of course, with this dark gray part in there. And there we go. Then it really looks like some propeller. You can turn like this, and then you can do some helicopter stuff with Pohatu. So it's really interesting. It's a really interesting arm, and we're gonna put this on there. And I think that's quite all. So then we're gonna, of course, yeah, put yes, we're gonna put the new collectible, which is the Midnight Scale Blaster. So excuse me. And it's really simple. It's all some Zamosphere, so no really a new projectile in fact. And you just have to launch it like that. So it works quite simple, as you can see, and you can launch it all the way you want. So of course it holds 4 Zamor. It's really simple to put this back. And of course it does not fall like the old Zamor launcher. So it's really nice to have this. It's really a new futuristic Zamor launcher, and it's quite nice, I think. So yeah, the Midnight Scale Blasters, it works pretty well, and you have 3 axle hole for mockers in white ears. Or I think this one maybe does not really work. This one, yeah, it just works on this side, but maybe not on this side. I'm just gonna try. Oh yeah, it also works on this side. Do not really know why, but yeah. And I think that's yeah. And we're supposed to, of course, put it like that. So of course we can put this on the back and then make it in his fire position. And then we're gonna add the head. The head, of course, is made with some metal head and some new, oh, not really new, but some new metal brain part, which was released as first in Kongu, but was really released in every Toa in 2008. And then we're gonna have the mask, which is quite nice because, as you can see, we're gonna have the use of some mask inner from 2007 Toa Maori's mask, so the blue part, which does not really break the or with the color shape, so it's quite nice. And so we're just gonna have a lower part of mask, in fact. So we're not gonna have the mask, the eyes, all for eyes or stuff like that, just the bottom part, and it's quite nice. So it's quite original also. And it's pretty well. It goes all the way here, so it's pretty aerodynamic also, in my opinion. And we're gonna put like that. And here, and yeah, just a final part. It's the part to link the Mata-1 to the Toa, which is here, and it's made with a new mold of a robot feet, which was already used in Tricadox in 2008. In 2007, excuse me. Yeah, here we go. And I'm just gonna do a little turnaround, and then we're gonna talk about the articulation of this set. So here it is. Just gonna do the little turnaround, and we are done. So, excuse me. Now we're gonna Yeah, we're gonna talk about the posability. Excuse me. So the arms is quite like she was, because in fact you have to move it in some way. So of course on the shoulder part it can move all the way you want, but on the elbow part it's up to you in fact, because as you can see, if you just let it like that, it will block at this point. So you in fact you have, as you can see, to change position to make, for example, make it move like that. So in fact it's really up to you to make some pose, but you can really make tons of pose with that, with this stuff. It's just up to you to make yourself some pose, to try some new stuff like that, for example, even if the tight hammer is on this side and not on the front side. So yeah, I think it's quite well articulated. It's just that you have to move it in tons of direction to make the best position possible. And then we got, of course, a gimmick, which can be turned like that. So yeah, sometimes it's quite nice to, as you can see here, I have really a big friction in the part, so it does not really fall off easily. But on this one, as you can clearly see, it will fall off pretty easily if I just let it like that. I think it just depends on the parts, maybe on the blue parts, for example, what it is, and the friction. The head can look down, quite up on the side without problem. Of course, this part can turn because it's on a ball joint, so you can put this like that, or just put it like a normal way, or in the back. And the legs also are quite well articulated, like this. Oh yeah, just maybe apart from the Piwaka tight hammer, because as you can see, they touch the main pelvis part, so it kind of sometimes block at this point like that, for example. But apart from that, it's quite well articulated. And I think that's all, yeah, like that, for example. And I think that's quite all for this set. So yeah, maybe gonna just put the heads up. And yeah, also yeah, with I'm gonna show you how to link, of course, auto link in with the Meta one itself. In fact, it's really simple. I put this like that. And here we go. And now the sum up. So what's to like and not to like on this set? So what's to like first? No, what's not to like first? Yeah, maybe first. This stuff in first. I'm gonna try to do some nice pose first. Yeah, right here. So yeah. So yeah, what's not to like? So personally, I don't have any drawbacks. You may say that there is too much dark gray and too less orange. That's quite an interesting point. Also, the armor chest is not armored, because if you look on the side closely, in fact, it's just a line. If you look like that, it's just a line. There is no armor or stuff like that, which makes some. It's just flat. It's really flat if you look on the side. So yeah. They should have maybe put some armor to make him different from Kongu, but yeah, also they put this part different from Kongu, because on Kongu they were like that, if I remember correctly, like that, and not like this one. So yeah, maybe too much dark. Also yeah, the body frame, even if it's different, so it's still nice to not have an Inika one or Piwaka one. It's quite original to have this, the Kongu we used. And also, yeah, maybe the fact with the weapon is that it's maybe too high. I will have preferred this. I think, yeah, the best way maybe is to put it like that. Because with the connector, you can, it's maybe, yes, just too high. I do not know, but it's maybe just too high on this section. So yeah, if it was like maybe more like this, it would have been better in my opinion. But still, you can mod it, I think, pretty easily. And of course, yeah, some people may complain that it does not look like the older Pohatu at all because of the color scheme. It's not even brown. The mask doesn't really look like Pohatu also. The weapon neither. The weapon are on his hand and not on this feet this time. So yeah, people might complain about that. Personally, it's not really a problem for me, so I can pass on that, but it still can be a complaint for some people. So in all, if I want to be objective, yeah, I have to say that it might be a complaint. And for the cool part of the set, yeah, so what's to like, you have to like the fact that it's pretty unique in comparison to the other Toa, like for example, Liwa or Kopaka, which are just some NEK frame. This is really a unique one. Also, the color scheme is pretty nice because orange, this is quite the first time we see these colors in years. We're gonna see some orange in the 2001 and 2002, but not after that. So yeah, it's really nice to have some orange colored parts. Also, the gimmicks and the arm are pretty unique and simple. Also, you have to like the fact that the weapon is put on the shoulder. So yeah, in fact, it's pretty innovative design, in my opinion. It's pretty unique, pretty nice also. Yes, well designed and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's one of the best Toa from the first wave, in my opinion, because the two other are maybe just too simple or have some problem. Here it does not have any articulation problem at all, as you can see. You have some, but you can still pass on them, I think. So yeah, it's seriously, in my opinion, it's really a great Toa, even if it does not look like his 2001 or 2002 counterpart. It's still well designed Toa, pretty unique one, with this little stuff right there and all the little propeller and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this review because this is, I think I quite said everything I have to say on this guy. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have made your own opinion on this set, really, because it's really, I think it is worth it. Seriously, it is one of the Toa to own because it's worth it, because of the fact that it's pretty unique. So yeah, hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye.